All right, hello everybody. Miss Brown, we got Scooter joining us today. He's got a little bit of attitude right now. Do you want to say hi to all the kids? No, you can hear him, he's kind of growling. Attitude, old age. Oh, he's out of here. Okay, so today we got Officer Buckle and Gloria, and this is actually an older book that I read when I was probably all of your guys' age. It's one of my favorites. We found it in the garage, so I'm going to share it with you guys today. And this book was written by Peggy Rathman. Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Napville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. And a lot of these pictures are pretty good, so I'm gonna have to show you guys. What happens when you stand on a swivelly chair? You fall. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students of Nateville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometime there was even snoring. Afterwards, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Uh-oh, what do you think's gonna happen? Then one day, Nateville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety tip speech at the school, Gloria went along. "Children, this is Gloria," announced Officer Buckle. "Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit." And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave a safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Uh-oh. You guys see Gloria over there doing some funny things? Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. You guys see Gloria behind his back doing tricks. And then when he looks, she's behaving perfectly. Never leave a thumbtack when you might sit on one. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned, and he said the rest of the tips were plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. In this safety tip speech, there wasn't a single accident. Look at Gloria doing funny things. Acting them all out without him knowing. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from all the students at Nateville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawing showed a lot of imagination. I don't know, were they imagining things or was she really doing it? His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. Uh-oh. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. You guys see Gloria over there? That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. Uh-oh. He's finding out the truth why they love his shows. Gloria looks like she's going to be in trouble. The next day, the principal of Nateville School telephoned the police station. "Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech." Officer Buckle frowned. "I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyways." "Oh?" Mrs. Topple said. "Well, how about Gloria? Could she come?" Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. She did, and so did the audience. After Gloria left, Nateville School had its biggest accident ever. Oh no, because nobody was paying attention. She wasn't herself without the officer. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh. Everyone slid, smacked onto Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. Uh-oh. It's a disaster. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on the paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, "Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend, Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then, Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. Well, clearly my buddy left me, but that's okay. We stick together, and hopefully you guys will stick with your buddies too. See you guys.